It is Tom's shifted expression when he loses interest in something. It's really funny.
It's because I'm holding this, waiting to push the record button, and it's heavy.
What are we talking about now?
We're talking about Microsoft.
All right.
E3 2018. Huh?
What?
Oh, I see. Alright.
They know where they are.
They know what's going on.
Yeah, they don't tell.
We're doing main show. We're not doing a newscast. We talk about E3 this week.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
It is
really
a
cute.
Don't Nod, Life is Strange spin-off.
Right.
A little boy with an imagination. It looks pretty cool. It's completely free.
I used to be one of those.
It's really sweet. It seems really sweet.
Out in a couple weeks, completely free. Looks like a lot of fun.
So what's the catch, Tom?
No catch, I don't think.
How are they monetizing this thing?
I don't know. I think this is probably just to get people hyped for Life is Strange 2, which we know they're developing.
Good idea.
Battletoads.
Hmm.
They showed nothing.
No rash, no pimple,
They showed a little logo, a little bit of speaking, but they didn't actually really show anything. There
no
was
big fist.
some 2D animation that was probably not indicative of what the game will be,
Right.
but still cool. Battletoads. Cuphead DLC.
What do you got there?
Looks like just more of the same, but
Like more bosses, or?
you can play as that chalice lady and what? What are you doing?
Oh, Red Bull, please.
Oh, here. Cyberpunk 2077 is probably one of the highlights of the show.
I watched that trailer and
Yeah.
I loved it.
Looks fantastic, huh?
Yeah. Stylistically speaking, I'm very, very into it. I can't wait to see how that game plays.
Interesting
Fallout
because
76?
no, Cyberpunk 77.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting because most Cyberpunk, films, games, things of that nature are set completely at night, and this,
Right. And there's a lot of days.
this had a lot of daytime. Yeah. And yeah, it was cute how they showed this one. It was the last thing that they showed.
Remember the lady doing her makeup with no mouth on?
Mhm.
That was neat.
Devil May Cry 5. Really thought this would be at Sony because it was rumored to be at PSX.
Right.
But they showed it.
Play it first on Xbox.
We see very, very little Dante.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. Looks cool. Looks good.
Give me some highlights of that.
Looks like Devil May Cry. Just looks nicer.
Mhm.
Well, there's also. Just watch it.
I can't right now.
Yeah, it just looks nicer. The character models are nicer. I almost thought it was DMC, but it's not.
I would have loved that.
The Division 2. This time in Washington, I believe, today. Yeah, Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So not so much snow.
Good.
Looks like it's summer. Looks like Summer Division.
Okay.
And they showed absolutely no new gameplay mechanics, but it looks good if you're into the
Did
Division.
we get a stage demo with military talking?
And we got gameplay, and there was like a pre-recorded demo,
Yeah.
but
Slow pan?
there are some slow pans, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Dying Light 2. That
Fuck
do
yeah.
anything for you?
Hell yeah, it does. You remember when we lived together how much Dying Light I played?
You played it quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder. I asked Tom. I was like, I wonder if I have to play Dying Light the first one, the second one. The second one.
I said no,
The second one.
but I
looks-
don't really know what I'm talking about.
As someone who played the first game,
And hasn't seen the trailer for the second.
I can tell you that the story is pretty inconsequential.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because the
It
first
looks
one.
fucking cool,
The
though.
first one didn't really appeal to me, like visually or anything like that. This one looked interesting.
man, that game's badass.
I'll say this: they have continued to support that game for years,
With a lot of free shit
and
too.
that's really awesome.
The only thing that I would like is the one thing that I didn't like in the first Dying Light is I did not like the competitive multiplayer mode. I didn't care for that.
Okay.
If they're going to do competitive multiplayer again, I'd like to see maybe something a little different.
Yeah.
But-
There's some sort of cause and effect system to it.
Okay.
So they showed like
Yeah, that you can
a
like
cityscape, and if you did something else, the city looked completely different.
Yeah, like it's like your choice. Your
Yeah.
choice is your world. I think is what the words they used in it.
Pretty
And at
interesting.
some point, like you're like a vantage point looking down on the city, and you see like people in cages on like rafters, and then
Yikes.
after it says your choices, like, it
Yeah.
pans up again, and it's the same kind of like general city, like floor plan,
Mm-hmm.
our city infrastructure kind of like plan layout thing,
Right.
but then like. The like sides of the building are all different. They're like you don't see like people in cages and stuff. Well, not life. They're all dead.
we're talking like a morality system here.
Didn't look like it.
Okay.
It just looked like
Because it's invoking Infamous for me right now.
No, it
No.
did not look like that.
You know, it looked more like.
Like Infamous is 2 choices. This
Right.
looked like he said hundreds of choices.
All right.
But it looked like how you play the game does have some effect on the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be huge or anything.
Okay.
It looked like, because I mean, it looked like the same city, just look at.
Just give me more parkour and electrified machetes and
They
zombies.
said Fallout 76 here, but we'll talk about that with Bethesda.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Forza Horizon 4 actually looks really fucking cool. So, it is set in the UK, I believe.
And you can drive anything.
Well, they showed this game has like seasons that change,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it actually seems to have a pretty substantial effect on the map. So, like, the example they gave was like a lake in summer versus the same lake in winter. Well, then you're driving on the lake.
Okay.
You know.
Is it like 1-to-1 with real time, or is it like?
No, I'd seriously doubt that, but they didn't specify.
Okay.
That's going to launch in October. Gears of War, they actually showed a good bit of a few different things. They showed
We're talking Gears 5.
First they showed this Funko Pop Gears of War crossover game
You hated that.
called
Yeah.
Gears Pop.
Nope.
They
Yeah.
showed very little of it. Like, they didn't show any actual gameplay, but that will be a phone game, mobile game,
That sounds like. Sounds about right.
coming in 2019. They showed another game that actually looks really cool. It's a Gears of War tactics game called Gears Tactics,
That sounds cool.
and it looks like XCOM Gears of War.
All right.
And then they showed a
Did they-
bit for Gears 5.
Did they tell you enough about Gears Tactics to tell you whether or not death of Eunice was permanent?
No.
Okay.
Gears 5, they showed a few minutes of like in-game cutscene,
Okay.
and it's Marcus and his kid and Laura Bailey's character. I don't know, some character dies. It seems to be really focused on Laura Bailey's character.
All right.
And like maybe she's got some sort of necklace. I don't know if she got in the first game, some sort of like locust necklace thing that may be influencing what she's doing, like maybe influencing her actions. I don't know.
Okay.
It looked cool.
I guess we'll have to play some Gears 4 and find out what's going on with that.
Good for Laura Bailey to get another big role,
Right.
if nothing else.
I feel like we're missing the most important thing that was shown at Microsoft.
I'm getting into it.
Well, he's going down a list, Sinead.
We got Halo Infinite,
Okay.
Yeah.
which
Is that what you're
looked,
going to say?
No.
looked
Okay.
very similar to the first Halo, but all they showed was a little bit of CG. They didn't really show anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows when that's happening? Jump Force, so that's a anime crossover game. Showed Naruto characters, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Death Note.
Shonen Jump Force.
Sorry?
Because that's all Shonen Jump.
Okay, yeah.
So.
So, I don't know if you remember J-Stars that came out a few years
I remember
ago.
that. That was the anime fighting game, right?
It looks extremely similar.
Okay.
Which is not a bad thing, but it looks extremely similar. Just Cause 4
Hell yeah.
looks like Just Cause 3.
Hell yeah. That game's badass,
Before I
so-
knew what game it was, because Time watched it before I did, and I was watching it while waiting for you to get off work,
Right.
and I was like, is this Just Cause?
Yeah.
And then like she said, I was like, it's Just
Yeah.
Cause.
Man, that game, Just Cause is badass, and how's
Very
this
distinct.
Looks like more of the same,
look? Yeah, more explosions,
which isn't bad.
more parachutes.
Kingdom Hearts 3, first time Kingdom Hearts has been on a
Yes.
Microsoft console,
How do you feel about that?
and they showed a substantial amount.
Yeah, they showed Sora just being a good boy. Just being a good
I don't know what that
boy,
means.
caring about
They
Roxas.
showed him in Frozen, he's talking about how he's cold, and like, I don't know, Goofy or Donald said some bullshit, and he's like, well, I'm an islander.
Well,
You
then
know?
they're like, yeah, you spent too
Yeah.
much time on Destiny Islands. He's like, well, yeah, anyways. It
They
showed
showed
him,
your gummy ship.
Should-
I think that's the first time they've showed it for this game.
yeah, and then, if you're a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, it showed Aqua at the end.
What?
Telling Mickey he's too late.
Wait, what's
uh,
Aqua?
She's a character that you see in Birth by Sleep. And also you see Tangled, Hercules, Toy Story, all the worlds that we knew were going to be in there.
Cool.
You see, it's so good. But it got pushed back again.
Yeah, it got pushed back again. 2019 now.
January 2019.
November my ass.
You're never
It's
gonna
coming.
play
It's
that
coming
game.
out like a couple days for my birthday.
By the time
You
that,
think that?
by the time that game comes out,
I will be married.
well, it'll probably be dead.
Yeah, probably.
So
Metro Exodus, they showed actual gameplay this time.
Mhm.
Looks
Cool.
good. Obviously does not look as good as it did last year when
Sure.
they were not showing gameplay.
Because they pulled a Killzone.
Yeah, they pulled a Bioshock.
Yeah. It's closer to Bioshock than Killzone, I'd say.
Comes PS4, Xbox One, PC in February, same day as Anthem.
We few happy?
We Happy Few.
Whatever.
Yeah, so that game just looks like... I was excited
So it's
about that
finally
game
coming out
the
of early
first
access?
time I saw it, but like,
Well,
they've been
because-
showing that for years
Well,
now.
the thing about We Happy Few is that the way that they... Okay. I did acknowledge this before, is that the way that they showed that game made me think that it would be totally different from what we actually got.
Yeah.
I was expecting something closer to BioShock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, I'm not excited for that at all. I was the first time I saw it.
So
I think
it's
I might
leaving
end up
early
playing
access
it.
next year, is that what they're saying?
Well, let's see. They skipped ahead, so let me see when that is. Actually, it's
Sorry.
not on this list, so I couldn't tell you.
Was that the most important part?
No.
Well, it's good she brought it up because it's not
Okay.
here.
That makes sense.
More CFP
Ori and the Will of
stuff.
the Wisps looked fan-fucking-tastic, but
Of
we
course it
already
did.
knew about this game.
Yeah.
They showed PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds again, really trying to push those new maps. Yeah, Sea of Thieves update.
What did that contain?
I don't know. More pirates.
So
More
2
sea.
new DLCs
Okay.
coming out before the end of the summer. Yeah, more pirate shit.
I like
don't know.
pirates.
And then probably what Ryan would be most excited about, and I'm actually quite excited about myself. Shadows Die Twice was revealed to be Sekio?
Mm-hmm.
So that's From's new game. I thought for sure it was Tenchu because we see the grappling hook, we see Fuel Pan, we see stealth mechanics.
Spiritual successor.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I mean, the
The-
combat looks more involved
Did you
than
see any
Tenchu ever
ninjas?
did. Yeah, you could say they're ninjas for sure. No, is that our time?
We still have another minute left.
Okay. Sure.
Please.
Please. Please.
So I'm going to add this on at the end of our Microsoft video. We forgot to bring it up. Microsoft has acquired four and formed one new first-party studio, which is really cool. Sony's been fracturing studios. I think if you count them, they probably still have more than Microsoft does at this point. But it's a smart move. It's something that they needed to do. I can't remember the name of the new studio that they're forming. As far as surprising studios for them to acquire, Undead Labs, I guess isn't super surprising.
I felt like I saw that one coming.
Yeah, they've had a second party relationship for a while now. So now it's a Microsoft studio.
Right.
I wonder if that deal went through before the release of State of Decay 2, or if they would have done it even with the reception of that game
Yeah.
being what it is. And then probably the most surprising is Ninja Theory.
I would expect that if Ninja Theory were to be acquired, that Sony would have picked him up.
I was expecting that Ninja Theory didn't want to be acquired.
Yeah.
Considering the development of Hellblade and the way that they talked about doing, AAA on a low budget.
Well, I feel like ideally no one wants to be acquired, right? But
Yeah.
But there are definitely advantages to that.
Sure, but with the success of that game and the way they talk about their success with that game,
Right.
it didn't seem like it was something that they needed to do.
Right.
So very surprising, although, very good get for Microsoft.
Right.
Their games are always good.
Mhm.
So.
DMC 2, play it only on Xbox.
And yeah, I agree. You would think that if someone was going to get them, it'd be Sony because of Heavenly Sword and whatnot.
Right.
But, yeah.
But then again, Hellblade released on everything, so
Did it?
yeah, you can.
Oh, Hellblade didn't. Heavenly Sword didn't, though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, very surprising, very smart move. I do think it's too little too late for this generation. I don't think these acquisitions necessarily are going to help Microsoft with the Xbox One,
No, it will not.
but with whatever comes next,
The Xbox 2.
hopefully it will.
Yeah. Which I think that there were questions about the future of the Xbox brand, and I think that this acquisition wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a future for the Xbox brand. I think.
So too.
So.
Yeah. So they've got 5 new first-party studios, and that's fantastic for them. They really needed it. Let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.